Right, Forest fans, Max Newton here, giving you a quick preview of Nottingham Forest at home at the world famous City Ground to Aston Villa this Sunday. Another big game in the Premier League, and actually probably our first game at home in the Premier League against a half decent team. We've played a bit of ramble, to be honest, and we've had a good result, we've had average results, we've had a disappointing result. But that is Premier League football. That's what we're going to get. And when we play away from home, anything that you can get away from home in this league for the teams like Forest at the moment is a great result. And, people getting on the back of the manager and the players for a disappointing end to a game that we dominated at home to Luton and, a poor result and, poor performance away to a team that are going to be up in the top 2 or 3 this season isn't a reason to get on the manager's back, isn't a reason to get on the players' back. And if you ask me, people need to chill the F out and, enjoy the ride because it is a ride. And this manager has taken us from 1 point from 7 games, a ranked bottom of the Championship, to, a team that's looking for mid-table security in the Premier League in 3 seasons. And people need to put a bit of respect on his name, okay? Is get behind the team and we need to do our bit. So fantastic to see Forza Garibaldi getting the banners back in. And yeah, our first big game. Some people have been complaining a little bit about a slight drop in atmosphere at the City Ground. When your home games are Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United, well, it's not exactly the games to... They're not exactly the games that we wanted to get in the Premier League after 23 years for, are they? They're Championship games, League One games at best. Whereas now we've got some of the big boys come in and now we get up for it and we go for it. So yeah, like I say, it's a disappointing performance and result against Liverpool. I thought we did sort of hang around waiting for them to score, and a team like Liverpool aren't going to pass up the opportunities. We played decent, half decent last 15, 20 minutes, but only when the game was gone. But we're also, lacking some players through injury. Taiwo is a big miss. Chris Wood's been playing really, really well, so he's also a big miss. I didn't think Alanga quite knew what his role was and couldn't really do it for us as a front man. I'd have quite liked to see Morgan Gibbs-White playing in that false 9 role that he did pretty well for us in at times last season. So I know Steve Cooper said that the front 2 might not be fully fit and we might need to be creative up front. And I would like to see, I think that front 3 worked pretty well last season when we had Morgan Gibbs-White in the middle as a false 9, Johnson on one side, somebody else on the other side. So I think I would like to see, if Taiwo and Chris Wood are not fit, I would like to see Morgan Gibbs-White as a false 9 in the middle, because I just think he gives us far more attacking threat and creativity playing in the middle of the pitch than he does on the wing, albeit coming in. And that's why I think the team will be Morgan Gibbs-White up front in the middle, Elanga on one side, and I don't know, somebody else on the other side. Dominguez on the right hand side, just to be a steady up and down player, getting stuck in on the other side. I think Sangare and Mangala have played really, really well. I think they've been really good. Mangala, I think, has played the best football we've seen during his time at the City Ground. I would love to see Ryan Yates in the middle. I'm a big fan of Yates, and I've been surprised that he's not started some of the games that we've had so far, Burnley, Luton, Sheffield United, and I think I would like to see him in the side, but I'm a bit wary. We do this often at Forest. Players that aren't in the side, the longer that they're not in the side, the better players they be on social media and so on. And then they get in the side, and it turns out they're not the saviours after all. And then the back 4, I think Aurier will play right back. I think he needs to step up his game a bit, making the 2 or 3 blunders. Ola Aina left back, and back 2 of I'd like to see Bolly and Niakate. Danger people for Villa, Ollie Watkins up front, so it's going to need some strong marking of Ollie Watkins, Diaby, and the Brazilian guy, although the Brazilian guy only seems to score goals at home. good to see Matty Cash coming back. I hope he gets a good round of applause. Great servant for the club. Always gave his all, and clearly loved playing at Forest. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Ollie Watkins to score for them, and Ryan Yates to get his goal and send us into the Trent and do his bit of swimming in front of the Trent end. Maybe late equaliser. Good result, good point, accumulation of points, steadying their place in the table, and that I think we'll be happy with that. Come on, you Reds.